Hey teacher friends, welcome to Sutton Teacher Secondary. My name is Miss Sutton, but you can call me MarQuitta, and welcome. So look, we are right at the cusp of winter break. I can taste it, I can smell it, I can see it. I can feel it because I'm tired. And I'm sure that if you're watching this right before your winter break, you are probably tired and exhausted like me. But if you're watching this after, that's fine too. I hope your break was great. I hope that you are doing well in your classroom and all of the wonderful things. I wanted to pop on here today because I just had to share this great thing that I did. Not to pat myself on the back. I don't, but I'm just saying, it went really well in my class. And of course, when things go well, I have to share. So I am teaching AP African American Studies, as many of you know, or maybe you don't know. And if you are teaching AP African American Studies as well, I'm so excited for you. It's a wonderful course. It's very new. If you teach high school and you are interested in teaching the course, I say check it out. Google, do your research, find out how you can get certified, and make sure it comes to your class, or to your school rather, because it is an amazing course. It's a good time. Unless you live in Florida, and then it's very controversial. Sorry, Florida. But the things I'm gonna share can be applied to almost any kind of course that you're teaching, especially if it's an informational type situation. So let me tell you, I have really been working on my pacing this year, and I'll link another video up here that talks about some of the things I've been doing to work on having a good pace this year. And so I really wanted to make sure that I got halfway through my course, meaning I ended Unit 2 before winter break started. And as much as I very much tried, there were just some things that hindered that from happening. One, Unit 2 is massive. It's the unit about enslavement in America and the diaspora, which is an important piece of how African Americans exist. So that's why it's so long. And it's a lot of information to cover. It's just a lot. And it's the time of year where students are I teach seniors for the course, so seniors are doing their college applications, there's field trip, there's just always something. So that being said, we got to a point to where a good number of the units, especially the section where we talk primarily about resistance, had not been done. And I had a conversation with my students and I told them, I was like, look, I do not want to carry this unit into semester 2. Like, I do not want to come back from winter break, and we're still talking about enslavement. And my students concurred. And I know from the past, when I've had to bring this unit back after semester 2, they are not the happiest. And I will tell you, if you're teaching this course, that is one thing that I can tell you for sure with your pacing. You do not want to come back after winter break and to continue to talk about enslavement. It's hard. It is very hard. So I made an executive decision that we were going to jigsaw the rest of our units. And I had about 10 units left, all related to resistance. And so I decided to call it a resistance jigsaw. It ended up being a test grade. And I'm going to tell you, and first of all, it went really well. Students appreciated it. They were able to take a deep dive into one particular subject and become an expert on it, and then teach that back to the whole group. So students were given directions on the jigsaw. They were able to choose their partner. I only did partners. I feel like if you're going to build out more things for this jigsaw and have them do more steps, then having multiple people would be fine. But for what I required them to do, 2 people was good. Students had to read and summarize the subject, or students had to read and summarize the topic. They had to create a slideshow based on their topic. It had to be minimum 8 slides. They had to pick out important vocabulary, then review and analyze the sources that were given. And then some of them did not have 2 sources at least. So I had to give them a supplemental source, which worked out perfectly because it's something I usually do anyway. And I had students find either a YouTube video or a documentary that supported the learning. Some of them found lectures for the course on YouTube. Some of them use like the crash course videos or the Black History in 2 minutes. or documentaries, like whatever would be helpful. I just think it's important for students to have some kind of visual, because we live in a visual world now. We're teaching the generation of TikTok and Instagram and all of the things, to where they are very much learners from that medium. So they had to find one that was relevant, explain why it was relevant, all of the things. It worked out great. Students then had to present. Now, let me tell you, the reason why I made this a presentation is, one, because students had to get the knowledge so they could take notes on the things that they did not do a deep dive on, right? But sometimes jigsaws can be in person, where students are presenting to each other. I wanted them to get the practice of presenting whole group, because this prepares them for their end of the year research and presentation. I also modeled their analysis slide to really look like the annotated bibliography they have to do for the research project for the AP exam. So, you know, I use a little forethought, just saying. And then students had a note sheet that they listened to and took notes for each person. I did not time the presentations. And I didn't time them, but it kind of worked out. I only had them do 8 slides, so they weren't too long. And I used the rubric to score their work. And let me tell you, I'm gonna give you a little situation, which is a teacher tip. I used Magic School AI to create this rubric. Shh, don't tell nobody. Actually, it's fine. It was totally allowed. But I took my assignment, put it in Magic School AI, said I wanted a rubric for this specific course that aligned with this or these standards, and it popped this out. I wasn't too mad at it. And I still went through, made adjustments, adjust some things to fit more what I was looking for, but it was nice to have a good place to start. So if you have not used Magic School AI, they are not paying me. I'm not getting anything from it. It just was really helpful. And the jigsaw worked out perfectly. Here's how I would adapt this for other things. If you're teaching a subject like English, like me, where students are needing to learn, maybe they're learning all the literary terms, each student can become an expert on one literary term, and then they can meet with each other and take notes, and then they have learned from one another about the literary terms, or each one takes one. You can also do it like a shared slide deck. That's my favorite. And each student does 1 slide or 2 slides about whatever topic. And then there's a full slide deck related to whatever the study topic is, or whatever the case. There's so many ways to make a jigsaw happen, and it saves you time. That's the most important thing around here, folks, is that it saves us time. It helps to keep me on pace. And students were really down for it. They preferred to do this rather than come back and have to sit through these lessons. And it helps me with my pacing, because I don't know, I'm trying, y'all, but the school year is just flying by. I don't know if you feel like that, but whew, as much as it feels slow, it feels super, super fast. So I am going to make sure to link this whole project below, because I am not gatekeeping around here. I definitely want to share. It will also be on my Teacher Pay Teachers, and because I've been promising myself I was going to put something on there, and I have not. It will be free on Teachers Pay Teachers, just in case you need to access it. And then the link will be to a Google Docs version down in the description below. All I ask is that you like the video and you subscribe. I mean, it's not gonna hurt you. Just subscribe below. Make sure you like the video. You don't wanna miss out. I'm always sharing good tips. I'm always sharing encouragement. And as I'm on this new journey of teaching this course, I'm sharing some of the great things that are happening in the class and ideas for things that you can do. So hello, make sure you like the video and subscribe. And I'm so glad that you are here and you made it. And let me know in the comments, are you jigsawing something? What are you doing to save yourself time for pacing? And then, how did it go? All of the wonderful things. All right, y'all, don't forget, you are amazing. All right, bye.